Good day, listeners. Today we're delving into a critical development on the global stage that underscores the fragile nature of international diplomacy. The escalating tensions between the United States and Iran over nuclear negotiations present a complex and multifaceted situation that demands our careful attention. With the recent rejection by Iran of an American ceasefire proposal, we're witnessing a dramatic downturn in diplomatic relations that could have far reaching implications. At the heart of this tension, we find a persistent discord over Iran's nuclear program, a long standing issue that dates back nearly 5 decades. The United States, under President Trump's administration, has made it abundantly clear that it views Iran's nuclear ambitions as a severe threat not only to regional stability, but also to global security. This has led Washington to propose a comprehensive truce framework intended to address these critical concerns, alongside other contentious issues such as maritime security and proxy warfare dynamics in the Persian Gulf region. The rejection of this framework by Tehran is a significant setback, and it raises critical questions about the underlying motivations and calculations on both sides. From President Trump's perspective, this refusal is seen as a deliberate act of obstruction, a continuation of what he describes as Iranian bad faith negotiations. The emotional intensity with which President Trump has responded reflects a deep seated frustration that the American administration no longer seems willing to mask. Iran's decision to reject the terms offered by the United States suggests a fundamental disagreement over the proposed conditions. For Tehran, accepting these terms, as they stand, may seem like a compromise too great, potentially threatening its sovereignty and strategic interests. This rejection may also indicate that Iran believes time could be on its side, either by waiting out the current U.S. administration or by seeking to bolster its bargaining position in other ways. The implications of this diplomatic breakdown are profound. The risk of escalation is not merely confined to the bilateral relationship between the United States and Iran. Instead, it reverberates across the region, influencing the broader geopolitical landscape. For instance, Israel has made its position clear, suggesting that regime change in Iran remains a conceivable, albeit uncertain, outcome. This notion adds another layer to the already complex regional dynamics, where multiple actors are undoubtedly assessing their contingency plans and strategic responses. Furthermore, the impact of these tensions is palpable in global energy markets. The Persian Gulf is a critical artery for the world's energy supplies, and any conflict or perceived instability could lead to significant spikes in oil prices, affecting economies far beyond the region. Additionally, the potential for military intervention, implicitly suggested by President Trump's warning about monitoring Iran's nuclear sites, raises the stakes considerably, posing a threat to international peace and security. As we dissect these developments, it's crucial to understand the broader historical and strategic context. The nuclear issue has been a focal point of U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East for decades. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, from which the U.S. withdrew in 2018, represented a high watermark in diplomatic efforts to curb Iran's nuclear capabilities. Yet the unraveling of that agreement has left a vacuum that current negotiations have struggled to fill. The coming days and weeks will be pivotal. If this is merely a temporary impasse, there may be opportunities for diplomatic efforts to regain momentum. However, if this represents a deeper rupture, it could lead to a sustained period of heightened tension and the potential for conflict. The language from U.S. leadership suggests a hardening stance, with diminished patience for prolonged negotiations, while Iran's actions indicate a strategic calculus that does not align with American expectations. In conclusion, the situation between the United States and Iran is a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges inherent in international diplomacy. As global citizens, it's imperative to remain informed and engaged with these developments, understanding the nuances and potential outcomes. The next steps taken by both nations will define not only their bilateral relationship, but also the broader security architecture of the Middle East and, by extension, the world. Let's hope that cooler heads prevail and that diplomacy, rather than conflict, can chart the course forward. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to our next discussion on these and other pressing global issues.